So, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, I thought maybe I would start off with an introduction to addiction, um, and an introduction to what is the basis of addiction. What is the basis of addiction? So, the first thing to realize is that addiction isn't just about substance. We're addicted to behavior. We're addicted to feeling good. We're addicted to wanting certain chemicals or certain emotions to be activated in us. And say, for example, if someone gives you a compliment, you feel good about yourself, right? So we become addicted to a particular kind of um, sensation or emotion. All addictions are based on emotions. All addictions. Even when you have heroin, which is physiological, right? Meaning it affects your body, you have withdrawal. That withdrawal creates an emotion which you don't like. So you want to change it. So you go and take your hit, and then it changes that emotion. You get back to. So all addictions tend to be based on our emotional attachment to wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel comfortable. And therefore, I mean, we're addicted to TV, we're addicted to our phones. Children have at the moment a attention span which can be measured in seconds, cannot hold focus, cannot hold focus. What they call ADHD, I think it is, this um, inability to be able to focus, is simply a product of using this. You train yourself, think about it. The ping goes into your phone, immediately everything's left and you go. And many people will feel compelled they have to answer back. We become addicted, right? Society has created an emotional attachment first to our devices, then how those devices responding and connecting, even people who get likes on their social media. There are individuals who are addicted to trying to keep themselves young. So I was talking to one individual and they were talking about all the fillers that people are using. And it's gone from a very simple lip thing to getting the face done, getting the nose done. And it's an addiction. It becomes an addiction that emotionally that you are not satisfied. And by changing yourself, and this is a very severe way of changing yourself, that you will feel better. So what is the cure? How do we deal with addiction? The way to deal with addiction, like any other thing, are twofold. One, to recognize when the craving begins. Has to begin with a thought, has to, or a stimulus. So, for example, let's say we're addicted to chocolate, and we are not thinking about chocolates right now. And then all of a sudden, an advert pops up, or you smell someone walking past with hot chocolate, or you hear the crumble of a chocolate biscuit, or something that gives you a memory of that. The moment that happens, the emotional response system begins. And first, you would think to yourself, oh, I'd like that. As soon as your focus has gone there, there's a routine, there's like a pattern that begins to play. And no matter what you are doing, no matter where you are focusing, there's something in you that draws you to that chocolate, to that chocolate. That then becomes your craving. I really want that. Oh, I could really do with the chocolate. The story is getting better. You're telling yourself more why you want that. And the more you tell yourself, the greater this craving becomes. and then it becomes an attachment. Now, unless you have that chocolate, you will not feel satisfied. And therefore, we go have the chocolate, then we have regret. Oh, I should not have given it. I really should have done that. This now becomes your guilt. Your guilt builds up. And in order to reduce the guilt, you go and take another chocolate biscuit because it makes you feel good. And it just becomes a cycle. So, one of the fundamental ways of addressing this has got to be in knowing the mind. And what do I mean by that? Through meditation, we begin to learn that our mind floats all over the place. We tell ourselves all sorts of stories. And these stories are really what we are addicted to. These stories become our scripts, they become our drama, they become our serials. We just go through the same thing over and over again, keep ourselves entertained. And if we look at this, you will find the majority of the world now, particularly the younger generation, are totally addicted to screens. Their stimulus isn't external, has to come through visual or audio. Hence, we have social integration. They're unable to integrate anymore. So, the consequences of an undisciplined mind are these. And we are now in a world where a lot of the world has, in fact, I would say majority of them, have no understanding of how to discipline the mind. No understanding. The ones who have the understanding have always been pushed away. Shaolin, ninja, Niang, samurai, so any of those kind of people, Taoists, Buddhists, Qigongists, yogi, discipline the mind. Learn to discipline the mind. The first line of the Yoga Sutra, where all yoga is based on, is about disciplining the mind. Now, the disciplining the mind, you can only do that if you have someone who knows what they're doing. You can't beat your mind, can you? Like you discipline a dog or a cat I know you can't do that nowadays because, we're in, back in the day, they used to discipline things through pain, reward and punishment, discipline. Can't do that with the mind. CBT is a little bit about that, but no, that's not disciplining the mind. That's just changing the story, right? Disciplining in the mind is first knowing what it is. Unless you know what it is, what the hell are you going to discipline? And who's going to discipline the mind? The mind disciplines the mind, doesn't work. So you have to begin to step back from the stories, back from what you're thinking. Just step back, look at the story. So you're sitting here daydreaming, catch yourself daydreaming, and you will, and give it a label. I was planning my dinner. Begin to notice the stories. Begin to notice the content of your awareness. And by doing this, you will see it's not that you reduce anxiety or you reduce depression or all of that kind of stuff. No, it's not reduced. You step out of the story. And once you step, like you're watching a drama, watching a thriller, when you're in the story, heart rate's going, you're really into it. Someone at the door, as soon as you look at the door and you go there, everything calms down. The same here. The same is here. So through meditation, the thing that we learn, the absolutely critical thing that we learn is one, here and now, nothing else. Two, when the mind runs off, bring it back. Discipline it. Make it sit down. Make it come back. Make it your friend. Because at the moment, when we begin meditation, or certainly begin to learn to discipline the mind, we will find that it's in control. You're not. You need to learn to discipline it. So the fundamentals, here and now, in this moment of here and now, whenever you become aware, because this is the other thing, 99% of the time you're thinking about something, you don't even know you're thinking about it. You have to deliberately step out And this is where the breath comes in. Gives you a tool to bring your focus to the breath and becoming aware of what was I thinking, what was I doing, what was the story. Yeah. And through that, we become aware. And this becomes one of the first steps to help us stop the craving before we get into the craving stage. Because the craving stage is, oh, I like that chocolate, thought, emotion, and then before you know that, the story. Oh, it looks really nice. It's gorgeous. Oh, I remember last time I had that, and so and so forth. Does that make sense? Okay, we'll do some meditation now. Okay, so with our practice, we always begin with our physical body. So you just allow your awareness to come to yourself. So adjust your posture. Make sure your shoulders are pulled back and the back is straight and upright. Pull your chin in slightly so the neck at the back seems like it's being stretched slowly. Your eyes are closed, your mouth is closed. And then as you breathe in, bring your focus to yourself as best as you can. And you begin to notice your posture. Begin to notice your posture. And then notice if there's any discomfort in the body. Remember, this is about you being present to yourself right now. So you just do a quick body scan, starting from the top of your head. Imagine a hula hoop moving down. Okay, next breath in, bring your focus now to the seat you're on. And you're going to notice that the seat holds you in place. So allow yourself to soften, to be held, to notice that the ground beneath you is solid. You're not going to go anywhere. Notice how the space surrounds you, surrounds your body. And then as you draw your next breath in, notice that you can only draw your breath from the air that's in front of you. You can't be anywhere else. Allow yourself to be located. And now bringing your focus back to the seat you're on, notice the sensations where your body makes contact with your seat. And then as you breathe in, you bring this focus up. Notice your hips. And then gently take this awareness down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, you move this awareness down towards your ankles. from your ankles to your feet, and then moving to the soles of your feet. Next breath in, bring your focus back to the seat you're on. Notice your back is straight, upright, shoulders are relaxed. Next breath in, you bring your focus from your lower back to the middle back. Again, remember you're looking for sensations. A deep scan of your body, finding out exactly what's going on. And then from your middle back up towards your shoulder blades. Notice your shoulders and see if you can soften them. From your shoulders, move down towards your elbows. Elbows to your wrists. Notice the palms of your hands. And then notice the fingers of your hands. Next breath in, bring your focus up towards your eyes. Notice the darkness. As you breathe out, allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, bring your focus towards your mouth. Noticing your upper lip. Lower lip. Notice the inside of your mouth. Bringing your focus to the roof of your mouth. On the inside cheeks. Notice your jaw. Allow it to soften. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Next breath out, allowing your face to soften. And once again, becoming aware of your whole body as best as you can. And then gently bring your focus beneath your nose. And begin to watch your breath. Notice the sensation as the breath moves in and the breath moves out. sensation just beneath your nose. Notice how the sensation changes as the breath moves in and the breath moves out. Sensation as the breath enters your nose, the breath leaves your nose. Stay with your breath. Every time you find your focus has drifted, notice what distracts it, bring it back to your breath. Stay with your breath. On your next breath in, bring your focus to your inner space. And by this we mean what you're thinking and how you're feeling. Notice if there's anything dominant in your mind. Bringing your focus now towards your chest and holding it there. Notice the movement of your chest in rhythm with your breath. Stay with your breath. Stay with your chest. Notice the changes around your ribs as the breath moves in and the breath moves out. And now bring this focus a bit deeper into yourself, right where your heart is. Hold your focus. And as you hold your focus there, see if you can notice how you're feeling right now. Do you feel settled in yourself? comfortable or do you feel unsettled? Holding your focus deep into your chest, noticing how you're feeling. And then on your next breath out, you're going to begin to listen to the sounds around you. Not looking for any sound, but simply listening. Not trying to work out any sound, allowing any sound, any noise that's close or far to come to you. Listening, not thinking, just listening. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath once again, allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Your focus beneath your nose. Notice the in-breath as it moves in. Notice the out-breath as it moves out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing out. Begin to notice that the in-breath has a start and an end, and the out-breath has a start and an end. Follow your out-breath all the way till the end. Notice when it stops. Stay with your breath, following your out breath all the way till the end. Notice how your breath has changed. Notice how the breath has changed. Does it feel light or does it feel heavy? Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel long or does it feel short? Notice if your breath has a sound. On your next breath out, once again, you open your focus to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Begin to listen. Notice how you can listen to the silence at the end of the bell. Listening. Bring your focus to your experience. Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel calm? Do you feel settled? Notice your experience as best as you can. Do you feel safe? Gently bring your focus beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. And when you're ready, gently expand your focus to include your whole body. Notice if there's any discomfort in the body. And once again, bring your focus to the seat you're on. Notice the sensations where your seat makes contact with your body. Gently move our focus up to the hips, slowly bringing our focus back into the body. Moving down our thighs, slowly towards the knees. From your knees, moving down towards your ankles, taking your time to scan the back and the front of your legs. Notice your feet, and then the soles of your feet. And you want to hold your focus there for a short while. And then again, coming back to the seat. Notice it still holds you. Back is straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands comfortable. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Bringing your focus back to your breath. And now as the breath moves in, you can sense your body. As the breath moves out, you sense your body. Allowing your awareness to sense your presence within the body itself. Being present to yourself. Breathing in your calm, breathing out your calm. In a moment, you will hear the sound of a bell. Use this bell to draw some slow, deep breaths in, and in your own good time, gently open your eyes. Take your time.